Hey Bears, welcome to our fall 2020 school year. We know there are so many questions that everybody has right now about what this year will look like and how school will work. But one of the most pressing questions, which we'd like to answer today, is what exactly are we doing on Monday, August 24th for school? Just because it's not like a normal day where you just come to school and we take care of you. A lot of people are just wondering, what do we actually need to do? The short answer is you'll be basically logging into either a Google Classroom or a Schoology Classroom based on all of the classes that you have, and then your teachers will kind of take it from there. However, in order to help students and families, I kind of want to walk you through exactly what that looks like today. So the first thing that anyone will need to do in order to start this process is you will need to have your login to Infinite Campus so that you can check your schedule. So one of the easiest ways to do that is to go to Google and to just simply search for Bear Creek High School. Once you do that, we should be one of the first links you see, and that should take you to our homepage that you saw just a second ago. Now, before we can actually start looking at the teacher's classrooms, you obviously need to know your schedule, like I said. So there are two ways you can do it from this page that are really easy. One of them is that you can go to the Students tab up at the top here. You'll notice that one of the links says Student Portal, and this will actually take you to the Jeffco portal where you will have access to Infinite Campus, but also a lot of our other logins for the district. So that's a great resource for all of our students. Another option for students or families is to go, instead of Students tab, to go to the Family tab and click on Infinite Campus. And that will actually take you directly to the Infinite Campus login. It will ask you whether you're a student or a parent, and then you will go ahead and log in. Now, if you've never done this before, maybe you're a freshman family, or maybe you're new to Bear Creek or Jeffco, it's actually a pretty simple system to remember. Your student username should be your student ID number. And then your password should be your 8-digit birthday. So for example, if you were born on January 1st, 2006, your default password would be 01012006. Again, the 8-digit birthday. If you are having issues with logging in because maybe you changed your password, you forgot what it was, they do have a password reset system that you can go through. It is also something you can call the school and we can help you with directly, again, if it doesn't work. But once you have that information, you're going to want to log into Infinite Campus. And once you're in, you'll have several things you can do, but the most important thing for today's activity is we're trying to figure out what your schedule is, right? So schedules will be ready by Friday, August 21st at the very latest. We're hoping earlier, but for sure by then. Once they're in here, you'll be able to click schedule and know exactly what your schedule is and your teachers and who they are going to be. So for the purpose of this video, we're going to pretend that our first period class is English 11 with Mr. Karpovich, and that our second period class is honors geometry with Miss Macri. All right, that's going to be kind of our test for today. So once I have my schedule, okay, it's first day of school. I know I need to get to either their Google Classroom or their Schoology. How do I do that? So you're going to go back to the Bear Creek homepage, and you're going to go up to the top again where it says Staff, and you're going to go to where it says Teachers. Once you click this, we have a page with all of our departments, and as you probably are guessing, this is where you can find links to the classrooms for your teachers. So we said first period was with Mr. Karpovich. I'm going to go to English. They are alphabetical by last name, so we're going to go down to where Mr. Karpovich is. There he is, and you can see there is a link to his website. We're going to click it, and it takes us to his very awesome website. Now, because I know that for the purpose of the video, I am in his English 11 class, I'm going to go over here to where his menu is and click English 11, and I will see here are the Google Classroom links that I need. They have not only the code, but they also have a direct link. We're going to focus on just the code for now. What I need to do with that code is take it and put it in Google Classroom so I can quote unquote join his class. If you've never used Google Classroom, it is a really great tool that a lot of Jeffco schools use. The simplest way to get there is to go to google.com and to log in with your Jeffco credentials. Now, very similar to Campus, just a tiny bit different. Your all students Jeffco email is their student ID at jeffcoschools.us, and their password is the same password they use to log into Infinite Campus. Once you're in, you will see your icon. Usually it's a circle with a letter in it. Mine has been changed a little bit, but you're now logged into your Google, and you're going to want to go up to the corner here where what we call the waffle is, and that is where your Google apps are, and you'll notice that one of them is, of course, Google Classroom. You click on it, and it takes you to kind of a landing page with all of the classes that you are a part of. Now, we're not yet a part of Mr. Karpovich's class. We'd like to add his class. So the way you do that is you go up to the top right where the little plus sign is. If you hover over, it says create or join a class. You click it. We would like to join a class. And then this is where you would put in that code that we saw here into that, and that would join us in his class. And then once you're in a class, just so you can see, it would basically look like this on the front page. You'd see a banner with a stream, and then there would be classwork and people and all that kinds of stuff for you to look through. All right. So then the last thing you need to remember is once you're in a Google Classroom, how do you get on like a call with your teachers or a face-to-face? Well, within Google Classroom, every class should use a Meet link, and that will take you to Google Meet, which is where you'll have like a face-to-face. They will be up here in the banner, so you can utilize that. Now, the obvious question might come up, well, what if my teacher asks for us to use a Schoology classroom? The process is pretty simple. Instead of going to Google Classroom, you will need to go to Schoology. If you saw earlier, you can actually get there, students, by going to your student portal, and it is one of the links here that we saw earlier. And you log in the same way you would log into everything else, and then there will be a code that your teacher will have that you can put into Schoology. So the process is really the same. But the idea, again, is that for each period, you're going to that teacher's Schoology classroom or Google Classroom, and then you're meeting with them at the beginning of that. Now, if you have not seen it yet, we put it with the links on the front of our website. There is a schedule for learning for the next 2 weeks, and we're going to have what we're calling green days and gold days. Another way to think about it is green days are odd period days, gold days are even period days. And basically, this is a guide to when you need to be logged in on those specific Google Classrooms or Schoology classrooms so that you can meet with your teacher. To be ultra clear, on Monday, August 24th, it will in fact be a green day. So it will be only periods 1, 3, and 5, as well as connections. And what you're going to need to do is at 7:25, which is when instruction starts, you will need to be logged into your first period, and again, get into that Zoom or Google Meet and be able to meet with your teachers, and then they'll kind of take it from there. They will talk to you about their expectations and the class, and they'll give you some tutorials on what to expect. And then they probably will turn you loose to do some work towards the end of class. And then you just need to know that by 9 a.m., you need to be logging in to your third period, either Google Classroom or Schoology, and then meeting with that teacher, your connections at 10:35, your period 5 at 11:30, and then once period 5 is over, then your day is basically done till the next day. To clarify the schedule for that first week, keep in mind that Monday the 24th is a green day, Tuesday the 25th is also a green day, and then Wednesday and Thursday, the 26th and 27th, are both gold days. Okay. And then Fridays are going to be special. We'll have another video coming out about what Fridays look like and expectations there. In general, for students, they'll be doing asynchronous learning. So basically, they'll be working on homework and some other stuff on Friday, but there's some other pieces that we'll add at a later date. Now, just to show you one more time, I told you that Wednesday and Thursday, that first week, the 26th and 27th, will be gold days. So if you remember earlier, I said that Miss Macri was our second period teacher. So on a gold day, I would have second period. Just to show one more time, if I needed to get added to Miss Macri's class, what I would do is I'd make sure I'm at our Bear Creek homepage, and then I would go to staff again, go to teachers, and this time I'm looking for my math teacher. So I go to math, scroll down alphabetically by last name to find her. There's Miss Macri. There's the link to her website. And this is for honors geometry. There's her classes. Notice that they were a little different than Mr. Karpovich's, but still on the front page. Click on it, and look, there is her period 2 join link. If I click on it, it asks me if I just want to automatically join her Google Classroom. I'm not going to do that today because I'm obviously not one of her students, but if you were, that is what you would do. And then an important thing to keep in mind when you think about being in a Google Classroom is that you only have to log into a classroom once, and then once you're in a class, if you saw that when we looked at my Google Classroom page earlier, your classes will show up. So after the first couple days of getting in all of your classes, those codes, they will just all be here. Like it would be period 1 English, period 2 math, and so on and so forth. And you just be coming here each day to start your classes. And more specifically, again, you go to the class and then you either get in the Meet link, or if it was on Schoology, you get in the Zoom link. All right, so that is really your process. Your teachers are very excited to see you, and believe me, they're working so hard for you all, for the students and for the families, because we love you guys, right? We want to support you as much as we can. And despite these very uncertain and crazy times, we are doing our absolute best to help you guys out. So we hope that does clarify what is happening on August 24th specifically, but kind of also what this will look like daily. Again, if you have not had a chance to really look through the schedule, make sure you're familiar with it. We'll do our best to help you along the way, but just so that we can make sure we maintain all the social distancing and safety requirements that we have to, of course, while getting you the awesome education that we're known for at Bear Creek. So we hope that helps. Again, we'll have more information out as soon as we possibly can. We thank you again for your patience, and we look forward to seeing all of you very soon.